Hello! Oh,
Wow. Yeah,
nice.
already into January, first month of the year, and big changes for a lot of people, I'm assuming.
What changes?
I mean,
I mean, resolutions.
yeah, सबको कुछ कुछ नया चाहिए रहता है. Someone wants a new body, someone wants a new car, someone wants a new house.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people's contracts for their houses are like for 1 year, right? And after
Right.
every 1 year, you have to struggle and be like, "Arey yaar, we have to find a new apartment because your landlady is so shitty. She'll like increase the rent, and it's no longer worth it."
I mean, I also need to find a house now in July,
Really?
actually, like a couple
Yeah.
of more months later. And this is, I think, all the international students would only
Yeah.
probably agree to what we are talking about.
It's constant.
Yeah.
It's constant. Like every year, you have to think about getting a new house and like which locality it will be, how will your flatmates be, and everything. And like Pallavi said, I don't think people prepare you enough when you're going to be moving abroad for this housing crisis because
Yeah.
especially if you live in a city like London or like any other big city, a, it's so expensive. B, you're gonna have to compromise on a lot of your personal values because you have to adjust with like new flatmates and you'll have to share a
Yeah,
bathroom with
man.
five random strangers.
Hate adjusting on all of these things. I hate sharing my bathroom with people.
Yeah.
Like even though when I go to a public toilet, you should see how I okay, no,
Scott.
nobody should see, but yeah, literally how I scot.
Yeah.
That's where all my scots pay off.
Yeah.
Like literally. So I hate sharing my bathroom with anybody.
Yeah.
Like when I was coming to the UK, like my first thing, my first priority was to find a house where I'm not sharing my bathroom with anybody. Like, I want
Really?
my own suite room.
Oh, that is
Yeah. But I
very
don't think
lucky
people
of
in
you.
London can do that. Can
Nope.
they?
They cannot unless they're super duper rich. And funnily enough, actually, when I came to London, the first place where I lived was with my family friends for a couple of months. But after that, they were like, we
Fuck
need
off.
to.
They were like, fuck off.
I mean,
different way.
rightly, because like they have a whole family and everything. But they were gonna go on a holiday, so they were like, "It's not safe for you to live alone here, so please find a new place." And I was so desperate to move somewhere. But obviously, my budget was like £400, and in London, that's a very tricky amount to figure
400
out.
is, bro, very less even for like a town places.
Yeah, but it was what it is anyway. So I looked up on Facebook and there was this group called Goans in London. So I was like, let me use my privilege cards a bit because there's so many Goans in London. And I posted like, "Hey, I'm a single independent girl. Just come to London. Does anyone have a spare room or any apartment or whatever?" And then this couple, they sort of messaged that we have a spare room. You can move in. It's like £400. It was like 20 minutes bus ride to the station. From the station, 1 hour to my college. And the couple was sweet in the sense the lady, she would like make like lunch and dinner for me,
What?
which was like not at all needed. But I didn't realize they had a 3-year-old daughter. And it's tricky living with kids because they cry at night. And I was like, I did not sign up for this when you're especially moving to London. And then after that, I realized the lady, she's pregnant. So
Again?
she was expecting another kid. So a lot of the times I would like they would need my assistance to go to like the hospital and stuff, and she would go to her appointments and I'm carrying her kid. And I'm like,
She's got a nanny, guys.
yeah,
She's got a
basically
nanny.
I was still paying an expensive price of becoming a nanny and taking care of her kid sometimes. And I was like, I cannot be dealing with this right now. I'm here to live my uni life. So I immediately like moved out in like maybe
Oh my god.
6 months or something.
Were you in like which zone were you in?
Oh, that was zone 4-5.
She wasn't in London.
Basically, I
She
wasn't in London. But that was my
Nice.
first apartment
Experience.
experience in London.
Wow.
And I think this was like done a bit like very under the table. Like it wasn't like an official contract or anything, you
No,
know.
but then when you come to study abroad, before coming, you already sought your house for like a year, right? Because didn't you do that?
No, you do that if you are getting like a student accommodation, but I wasn't getting a student
Why
accommodation
didn't you get a student accommodation when you knew the
because it's gonna be like a 1 lakh per month,
yeah,
and I can't afford to pay 1 lakh per month.
okay. Yeah, I mean, fair enough.
Yeah. So my budget was always 500. So the next house that I moved into was a flat share again, like a house share. I was living with 5 or 6 people, and I had my own tiny little box room and a small window which I could see a sunset from. And that was 500 per month. But that was a very interesting house because I had a French guy living there, I had a Swiss girl living there, someone from Romania, someone from Slovakia, and I was Indian, obviously, so I used to give them chai. And that was a
सुमड़ी में
pretty
निकल जाएगी
sorted
शायद.
like place for my
Very
first apartment place, I would say.
So how did you find that apartment? Did
So-
you use any like the apps like Unite Students or any, or how did you find it?
To be fair, I had to like go in onto spare room.
Spare room.
Yeah, and trust my instincts. Spare room.
Trust my
If anyone's found a place on spare room, you know the struggle is real because there's like so much competition for one room, and it's
Like
like
6 people are coming to view the same goddamn house.
yeah. And I got really lucky because the person who was taking a viewing, she was also a young girl. So the landlord had told her, ki, because you're the only young girl, like see who you would think will suit you. So she was like, Acha, let's take Ayati. And yeah, but it is intense, fierce competition trying to get the
Everywhere it's
budget.
competition. Be it when you move abroad, everywhere it's competition. Competition for finding a job, competition for bloody a house. Even though you have money you're trying to pay, still competition. 6 people are trying to pay the same rent. I don't know
Yeah,
what they're
yeah,
looking
yeah,
for.
yeah.
How do you guys even like qualify that? Okay, this person's qualified for this house. Like on basis of what?
Yeah.
So much competition.
What was your first accommodation like
So
in
I
Sheffield, right?
Yes, Sheffield. So I lived in Sheffield, but I was very sorted because
Mm-hmm.
like one thing that I knew before even moving abroad, I knew that I don't want to struggle with housing because that's the least I want.
Hmm. Yeah.
Like I have already 10,000 other things in my plate. I want to go home
Yeah.
and have my space.
feel like yourself.
Yes. So before coming, I had already booked my accommodation for a year.
Yeah.
Unite Students.
Oh,
That's
wow.
where I booked it from. Yes. And it was literally 10 minutes walk from my uni.
That is so sorted.
10 minutes walk
Yeah.
to station, 10 minutes walk to the city center. So those were my filters when I was looking
Yeah.
for housing. Okay. And I was like, initially, doesn't matter. Even
Mm-hmm.
if I pay a bit extra, that's okay. I want to have my own space. 'Cause-
Peace.
yes, absolutely. Because
Yeah.
when you move abroad, you have already so many struggles, right?
Yeah.
Depression, anxiety, blah blah, blah, homesickness. So I want a house where I can cry when I go home.
Cry peacefully.
Literally cry peacefully. I want to cry in my bathroom. I have my own bathroom. I can cry. I want to cry in my room. I can cry. Okay.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Because I used to literally cry.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I got that
Yeah.
sorted. Okay. Booked it from Unite Students, and at that time they were giving like discounts and all of that. So when, for example, if you're coming for like September intake
Yeah.
and you're trying to book a housing, you should look from March.
Okay.
If you're looking from March, probably if you ask them, they would give you some discounts because that's the initial stage where
Right.
everybody's trying to get it. And when you are like too late, which is probably close to July or August
Yeah.
or something, the prices go much higher. So I was paying, living in Sheffield, I was paying 92 pounds per week,
Oh, wow.
which was amazing.
That is so cool.
Which was amazing because
Yeah.
that house, the same, it was an ensuite room, okay?
Yeah.
And that the price was £100,
Hmm.
but then I got the discount of something, and then it was £92.
That is so sorted.
yeah.
I'm so jealous, honestly. I
And-
wish I would have done. I feel like I missed out on like student accommodation life a little bit because like you come in and you already have so many friends in that place. You have like public space to sit. And
Literally.
like I knew people, like some of my friends who were living in student accommodations in London, and these are like so fancy because one of them had free breakfast every day. Yeah.
Sorry.
And one of them had a Starbucks in the student accommodation. I was like, whoa, I'm super jealous. But if you've lived in London, the house hunting stories are so crazy. Like, you meet the most absurd people when you're doing house hunting. So, this one time I went house hunting, okay? It's a 300-pound box room in like zone 4 5 or something. And it's like you can barely even keep your suitcase there, whatever. But it was really close to the station, so apparently it was a very nice deal. But the landlady, she was Indian, and she was like, "You cannot cook non-vegetarian food." I was like, I actually did consider it because I was like, okay, 300. No one's ever gonna get a flat for 300, right?
So you were living with her, the
I did
landlady.
not because one of my aunties, she was like, Ayati, if you cannot cook your Goan fish curry, you will never feel at home. And then
Go on things.
yeah, if you don't cook your prawn curry, fish curry, rawa fry, you will never feel at home. So please don't live in these places that tell vegetarian only and stuff like that. Another house I went and I looked, 500 pounds. It was a very nice, spacious room. However, again, you had to take a bus and then a train. On that street, there was no bus stop. So I was like, where do you take the bus from? And then lady is like, you'll have to show a hand and the bus will stop. And then just when you're getting down, tell the bus guy. I'm like, this is
ये
not.
इंडिया में भी नहीं होता ये
Yeah,
सब ब्रो.
dude.
तुम मुंबई में भी बस स्टॉप पे बस आके रुक जाती है. ये क्या है?
I'm like, that is so weird. So weird. Why would I? I was like, obviously, no red flag.
So how many houses did you change in London?
I have.
You stayed in London for 4 years, right?
Yes, I have stayed in London for 4 years.
How many
My
houses?
first was that couple with the kid for 3 months. Then I moved into the multinational house share with six people.
Multinational.
And then the third one, I actually started living with friends of friends.
Okay.
So they were, yeah, mutuals. And they've now become really close friends. So that was also pretty nice. It was like a
She wouldn't say the bad
three-room-
things, so. Just
It was like a 3-room house, and it was like relatively closer, like half an hour travel straight to the city center of London. And there was a bus on the main road. So yeah, that was a
Good.
really good experience. So I've lived with an Indian couple, I've lived with random multinational strangers, I've lived with friends. I've done it all, guys.
Yeah. Done it all.
Yeah.
Been there, done that. Yeah.
Yeah. But did you ever have to go like house hunting and like house viewing? And do you have any crazy
God.
stories?
I don't have crazy stories, but then the house hunting was like so bad. So
Yeah.
when I was in my student era, like I said, I like my house to be sorted, right?
Yeah.
So when I came to the UK, Sheffield was my first city. I'd already booked everything. I enjoyed my uni life.
Yeah.
I enjoyed my student accommodation
Yeah.
life and all of that. And then the time came, I got my placement and I had to move to this place, right?
Carlisle.
Yes. And Carlisle is a very small town.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's very, very hard to find a house
Yeah.
in Carlisle.
Because
Very
it's all local, so they don't
Yeah.
like really rent out. Yeah.
Really, like it's all families living, they already have their own houses, more residential properties. So it's hard.
Right.
Okay. Now, from Sheffield to Carlisle, the journey is 4.5 hours.
Hmm.
If you take a direct train, it's 4 hours.
Okay.
Okay. One way. Now, to find this, and also the thing is that you can't view these houses online. So you'll have to come here to view the houses. Now, I am finding job. I am trying to give that house to somebody else where I was in
Already.
the Sheffield
Yeah.
house. Those struggles are going on. On top of it, every Friday I'm coming to Carlisle. And tickets 30 pounds.
Yeah.
Okay, 30 pounds, 40 pounds,
Yeah.
depending upon when I'm booking. Oh my God, it was such a task. So the things that I used to find accommodation was spare room
Yeah.
and some random websites. I
Right
don't even
Move
know.
is also there.
Right Move.
Right
Correct.
Move is there.
Right
Spare
Move.
room.
But spare room, I feel, is for small towns. I don't know. It just works
Yeah.
very well. When I came to Carlisle, I was looking for the houses, not the houses, the shops where you can like Carlisle letting centers.
Yeah.
And there's one more-
Agencies.
agencies apparently. And one agency was very racist, bro. Like really, I went into that Carlisle letting center only, I believe.
Okay.
I went there. I gave them all the details. This that. They never got back to me.
Yeah.
Never ever. I'm like, पूछ लो, मतलब at least tell me that,
Yeah.
okay.
At least acknowledge.
Yeah, I told them that I came from like Sheffield,
Hmm.
spent 4 hours, came here, blah blah. No, nothing. So it was quite hard to find the house. Every other week, coming from Sheffield to do the viewing, and also after viewing, somebody else takes the house. I don't know on basis of what. Again, referring
Yeah.
to my phrase earlier. So somehow I found this student accommodation where
Mm-hmm.
they were sharing with like 3 4 people. They needed UK guarantors, so you don't know all of this when you're actually moving abroad.
Yeah.
You just think हाँ पैसे हैं, पैसे दे देंगे, हो जाएगा। मैं नहीं, ऐसे नहीं होता। यूके गारंटर लाओ, वो भी गारंटर नॉर्मली तुम्हारा कोई दोस्त नहीं हो सकता।
Huh.
Somebody's already lived here for 15 20 years or probably have a passport,
Yeah.
right? Those kind of UK guarantors, they need to check all your credit history. Probably if you've lived more than, I don't know,
Yeah.
1 year or something, credit history खराब है तो तुमको घर नहीं मिलेगा।
Yeah.
UK guarantor चाहिए। On top of
Job भी होना चाहिए.
हाँ, जॉब इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। यू नीड टू हैव अ जॉब, और ना रेंट कैसे पे करोगे? तुम्हें बैंक स्टेटमेंट्स कहीं कहीं कुछ लोग मांग लेते दिखाने। somebody will ask you to show 6 months bank statement proving
Hmm.
that, oh yeah, I can pay for my rent.
Yeah.
Ta-da. So many struggles, but somehow we found the house, student accommodation, sharing with 4 people, but a beautiful house. Can't
Oh,
complain.
that's so
Yeah, and I'm
nice.
still living in that house.
That is so cool.
Luckily,
Things
since
have
I've
been in
moved-
your favor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
touch wood. And since I've moved, I've only moved 2 houses.
Wow.
Moving abroad, just 2 houses, and it's been amazing. So
I think
yeah,
this is like my fifth or sixth accommodation.
crazy.
But I feel like it has enriched my life so much because I've met so many people from house hunting. This one time, this old lady, she was renting her spare room in Notting Hill. And you know, Notting Hill is like the most
Wow.
fanciest, bougiest, cutest little market area in London, right?
Hmm.
So I was like dreaming, I'm gonna have a movie life, you know, like straight wake up in the morning, get fresh flowers and some bakery and
बरोबर.
everything. And I went to viewing to this lady's house, old lady, probably in her 60s, 70s, something. And I went into her house and I was like, where is the bedroom? Because there was only one bedroom. And she was like, this is the bedroom. This is my bedroom. I will sleep in the living room. I was like, what?
I imagine the worst. I thought वो बोलेगी कि तू भी सो उसके
Yeah.
साथ।
No.
But at least she didn't say that.
Maybe that's why the rent was cheap. So, for context, it was £800 in Notting Hill, which is a steal, right? It was a nice, cozy double room. So, I considered it also for a while, to be honest. But then I was
I mean,
like,
she was giving you the room, Ayati. Could have considered it.
that's why I said I considered it also for a while and I kept it as my backup thingy. But then she was like, I was leaving and she was like, this is the living room. This is where I'll sleep. Because anyway, I keep watching TV and I sleep. I don't really have much needs. I was like, okay. And then I was like, maybe this is not happening. But then when I was leaving, she said, do you want a cup of tea? And I thought it's rude to say no. So I was like, okay, let's have a cup of tea. What will happen? I'll drink it and I'll leave. So I'm in this stranger lady's
Dodgy, okay.
house. Very sweet lady, okay. And she gives me a cup of tea and she's like, can I make you a sandwich? And I was like, it's really not needed. I'm fine. Like she's like, please, I insist. And I was like, okay, fine, I'll have the sandwich. So I saw her making it obviously like this. I was like, I don't want to be abducted. But you're sweet. She made me a nice sandwich and then I had tea and the sandwich. And then she was like, oh, I've been watching this documentary. Like, I really like it. Do you want to watch it? I was like,
Bro, what is happening?
okay.
I'm waiting for the twist, okay?
And then we put the documentary, and the documentary turns out to be an episode wala series. So it was like for 1 hour, and I didn't want to be rude and tell her like, let's end this. So I actually sat there and I saw a whole 1 hour documentary with that lady. Yeah,
Where's the twist?
nothing.
did
She
she
was
try
very
to-
sweet.
No, I was waiting for her to try to kill you, or showing a documentary
I'm here.
where a landlord kills the, or tries to, I don't know.
It would be a good
kill-
story, but
Yeah.
no, she was just really lonely and she just wanted someone to hang with.
So
I
why
guess
didn't you take her house then?
she gave it to someone else, but
Oh. Sorry.
she gave it to a doctor doctor.
She gave it to
So
probably
it's
somebody
okay.
who'll actually sit with her genuinely and would have tea
Yeah.
and sandwich and watch the murder documentary.
But because of house hunting, I'm just there in this stranger lady's apartment drinking tea, eating a nice sandwich, and watching some random documentary for 1 hour.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
I didn't have any experiences like that. Like
Yeah.
not crazy like house hunting, but I had crazy flatmates. So we'll talk about that later, probably.
Because we have so many experiences, I think we have some tips for you to like find a house before you come to the UK as well.
Really, do we? No, not tips or tricks, but then there are apps and like things how you can find, right?
Yeah.
And also can make friends before even you move. So,
Yeah.
for example, Unite Students, okay, their app. If you download their app, you have ways to connect with people who are going to be there in that house.
Oh wow.
Yes. So like you can talk to, you can make a group and
Yeah.
then probably you can then make later a WhatsApp group
Mm-hmm.
and then connect with the flatmates that you are going to be. So it makes
What were
it
we
more
saying?
like easier.
It's gotten
And
a
like,
bit dark
for
now,
example,
guys. But before
but,
we run out
but.
of daylight and time, and before you run out of time,
Hmm.
here's things you need to do before you find an accommodation in UK.
Okay. Now, the places that you can find accommodation: UniEcho, Unite Students, Amber Students, Accommodation Hall or something.
Okay.
These are Right to Move, Spare Room. These are all the places that you can find the accommodation. If you want your accommodation to be sorted for like a year with contracted, you should go with like Amber Student, Uni Echo, Unite
Yeah.
Students, because these give you a contract for a year even before you move. Look 6 months before
Yeah.
you coming, whenever you're going, whatever country you're going. I mean, at least this is for the UK. So
Yeah. Start
6 months
searching.
before, yeah, you'll find discounts. If there are no discounts, still email them, because that's how I got my discount. You email them and you tell them, oh, I'm booking now, blah blah, is there any discount because I'm just moving? There are discounts that you can get. Or find people who are on Instagram who represent Amber Student or who represent Unite Student. They'll have their code, 10% discount, 5% discount. If they give us, we can also put it on our.
Aww.
So
Yeah.
yeah. So you can find those people
Yeah.
and get their code and put it as well. So that's how you find accommodation on a discounted price.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
also, as Pallavi said, start ahead and don't forget to do a viewing as well. A lot
Yeah.
of people do online viewings. So you at least get a better idea of what the house is like, what the situation is like. Also, you can go and like street view and look at the street
Yes.
online, like how the surroundings are and everything. And try to go and find more people online before you move in as well. If you can group and get an apartment, because sometimes getting an apartment is also cheaper than getting like a
Yeah.
flat share or a room share, so you can always do that as well.
Yeah. This is especially for people who are trying to be very, like me, people who are trying to be very secure with their accommodations.
Yeah.
That's why, because you'll have a contract and that wouldn't go anywhere. If
Yeah.
you're booking with like Amber Students, UniEcho, and all of these people, you have a contract and you're quite sorted. When it becomes like an individual landlord,
Yeah.
sometimes it's a bit like, but then these, it wouldn't go wrong. So that is also a way to do it. This is also a way to do it. So however you're comfortable, go
Yeah.
for it. And it's very important to network with people. No, try to find people who have already lived there. Like just randomly, probably find students from your university or the university that you're going to.
Yeah.
Find people in your course or whatever, and just text them. Oh, hey, where did you live? Because of course they wouldn't be living too far if they're doing the same
Yeah.
course or they're in the same uni, right? Everybody wants to be like closer to the university. Text them. Where did you live? You might be able to find accommodation through them as well, or
Yeah.
maybe on a cheaper price, because when you already live here, you know all the loopholes, right?
Yeah, you
So-
know which area is shady, which
Yeah,
area
and
is
all
to
of that.
avoid and stuff.
Yes,
So always reach
absolutely.
out to people who have been there, done that,
Yeah, so
like
that's-
us.
and yeah, I think that's pretty much it for like the tricks and stuff to find the accommodation.
Yeah, I hope you enjoyed our stories as
Yeah.
well. And it's good to be back making much more content
Yeah.
on our international life as well over
Yes.
here. If
Yes.
you enjoy
Yes.
watching that, please subscribe
Tell
to our
us.
channel.
Yeah.
Tell us in the comments as well.
Yeah, we'll try making more of the experiences that we have lived, share with you, and probably might help you, because we've been thinking, because we get a lot of messages for like people asking about, hey, how do you find the university, or hey, how do we find accommodation, or how should we decide that, okay, this is the right place to move, or this is the right accommodation,
Right.
blah blah. So you're like, we've already done that, so why not share all of this with you and probably help you in some way. My name is Pallavi,
My name is Ayati.
and welcome to We
You're
Are Just Saying.
Wow.
Yeah,
How did we
I-
end the
I
episode?
had
with
that in my mind before, and I was like, we need to put this. Okay, that's pretty much it from us. Like, share, and subscribe, and tell us how do you like it, and we'll see you later.
Bye.